What's up, students, veterans of America? Flo Groberg here, retired Army captain and Medal of Honor recipient, and I am super fired up to be a part of NatCon this year. I want to talk to you a little bit about the leadership lessons I learned in the Army, and specifically how those lessons helped me transition out of the Army when I was injured on August 8, 2012, and the path that I took to become successful today. So, I joined the Army because my uncle in 1996 was killed by a terrorist organization called the GIA. I was 12 years old, and at that moment, I understood the evil in our world, and I wanted to be a part of the solution. You fast forward a few years later, it's 2001. I am now a naturalized U.S. citizen, and then 7 months later, my new adopted country is attacked by the same type of individual on 9/11. And so I knew what my path was. It was cemented at that point. I did get my degree from the University of Maryland. My father had one lesson for me. He said, when you start something, you finish it. Because if you find an excuse not to finish it, you will always find a reason to quit going forward. And so education to me was incredibly important. And here I was in the University of Maryland, and I needed to go out there and could finish my mission, and that was to get my degree. But as soon as I graduated, I went in and started the process of joining the Army. See, in the Army, early on, I learned that it was not about me. I did come in selfish. I wanted to go out there, wear a uniform. I wanted to go fight. I wanted to avenge my uncle. I wanted to eradicate all these bad people around the world. It was about me, 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 me. And I guess in basic training, probably in the first week or two, I realized that this whole me thing is not realistic. It's about us. And that I played a specific part in the mission, and that I fit as a one potential piece of the puzzle, and that I needed to go out there and commit myself to the people around me as a leader and as a follower. And so I learned a lot about integrity. I learned a lot about doing the right thing when no one's watching. I learned a lot about picking up the slack even when you're so dead tired you don't think you can move one step forward, but you have to find that energy and that strength to go forward because those individuals around you depend on you. And I took those lessons in training, between basic officer candidate school, basic officer leadership course, infantry school, ranger school, airborne school, all the schools, and I took those to Afghanistan. And I learned there that it's never just about those lessons and those teachings. It's about the people around you. I learned that in those settings, individuals from different countries, different religions, different ethnicities, sexual preferences, educational background could fit into one specific group, one team with the same mindset and same love for each other, willing to put their lives on the line for each other day in, day out, night in, night out. And I fell in love with that. I fell in love with that foundation. So when on August 8, 2012, we were attacked by suicide bombers, and I lost four of my brothers, Command Sergeant Major Griffin, Major Gray, Major Kennedy, and Raguel Del Fata, and I laid down on the ground severely injured. My world was shattered. I spent the next 6 months at Walter Reed Hospital being angry at the world, hating myself, going through survivor's guilt, wanting to replay the scenario over and over and find a solution. And one day I came to realize that my military career, the way it was over, and I needed to transition. And I was scared. But I remember that being scared is okay, because I learned how to be scared in the military. Being scared means that you're aware. Being scared means that you have something important in front of you. Being scared means that you need to be more attentive than ever. And being scared means that you need to go out there and produce. And so I needed to do the same thing with my life. Now, I didn't know where to start. I knew that I had to transition out of the Army, but I didn't know what I was good at. I didn't know how to talk my skill sets in the military or my experiences into civilian jargon. And I knew that I needed to add more to my kit bag. And so the decision was really easy. I looked at my GI Bill, I took my GI Bill, and I enrolled in the University of Maryland to go for my master's program. I wanted to further my education. I wanted to become a better writer. I wanted to become a better researcher. I wanted to associate myself with individuals with very different background and see where I fit, what I could learn from them, how I could, become stronger as an individual, as a professional, and as an education, and as well as in the education system. And so I went for my master's in management and intelligence policies. And because I took that path, it guided me towards the Defense Intelligence Agency, where I could further my life and my career, but also continue serving my nation. So if it wasn't for the University of Maryland, if it wasn't for that degree, if it wasn't for the people that I met, the teachers that helped me and guided me in the right direction, today I wouldn't be working for the Microsoft company. Those experiences, that step towards furthering my education, gave me a completely new understanding of who I was and what I could accomplish. So school, education should be our priority. Furthering our education should be one of our priorities. Now, take it from me. It really changed my life. So I'm the most honored and blessed person to call myself an American. It's the greatest honor in my life. The fact that I got to wear the uniform with some of the best people in the world, with all of you, but also that I was given the opportunity to further my education and continue on my life outside the military in a successful state. So Flo Groberg here, signing out. Bye, everybody.